Let this be a reminder to everyone that the internet is in fact forever, and it is just so crazy how chronically online I have been for the last 13 years and the digital footprint that I have created. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are a viewer and subscriber on the vlog channel, we hang like once a week or so. You know what's going on in my life. But on the main channel, it's definitely been a hot minute, so welcome back. I've got more content planned for the next couple of weeks, but thank you for your patience. I'm still obviously figuring it out, so let me know what you want to see on the main channel, because outside of my next video, which is gonna be a banger, don't have a ton of plans, so let me know what you want to see on the main channel. This video that we're about to watch is private. It has been privated for a very, very long time, and I have dug it out of the archives for you today. You're in for a treat. Honestly, I thought it was gonna be really, really painful to watch, but more than anything, it is so incredibly wholesome. Okay, so we are going to do a partial react, but also just checking in on where I'm at with all of these questions from over a decade ago. So I gave this video just like a pre-watch just to make sure everything aged okay, and great news, we're good to go. So jump scare warning ahead. This girl unfortunately did not know where her eyebrows should start.
The first question in the YouTube category is, why did you start making videos? And I actually started making videos because my program, which I'll get into also in different questions from the miscellaneous category, is my program I found was like really stifling creatively. Like, I just found that I wasn't able to be creative in my program as much as I wanted to, so I was like, oh my god, like I need to like find another outlet for my creativity, and that's kind of how my blog started. And I actually started with just DIYs using pictures and descriptions, and then I started moving on to video. So I was basically just thinking, well, it would be so much easier to show people how to do things on a video rather than just doing pictures, so I can actually like talk you guys through it. So that's how the video started, before I even knew at all about this whole YouTube community.
Why are my eyebrows so far apart, you guys? Why are they so far apart? And why did no one tell me? That's like what I'm mostly concerned about. Okay, so for some more context, in this video, I would have still been in my first year of being a YouTuber. I am in my second year of university. I had just moved out of my university residence into kind of this shithole apartment behind this pizza shop in Toronto. It was like half in the basement, and the walls were this like disgusting yellow that we were like not allowed to change. So anyways, that's kind of a snapshot of what's happening in my life. Fucking hated my program, hated it so much, but I did end up finishing, and I do have a Bachelor of Technology. But it's just so crazy to hear the uncertainty in my voice. She has no idea. She has no idea where her eyebrows go, and she has no idea what's coming next. Oh, I forgot I have to answer the question now. So why did I start making videos? I mean, this bitch nailed it. She nailed it. I really was just looking for a creative outlet. And I think also too, like, in doing interviews for the last 13 years, I really nailed the recap of my origin story, which is exactly what I said. Hated my program, needed a creative outlet desperately, and started the blog with photos, transitioned over to YouTube for the video tutorial element of it, and here we are now 13 years later. Oh man. I'm so sorry that we have to look at these eyebrows for this entire video.
And next question is, what camera do you use? And I use a Canon T3i.
Damn, straight to the point. Canon T3i. So right now I'm shooting this video on a Canon 5D Mark IV. My vlog camera is a Sony, but I have been through so many different cameras throughout this entire journey. I shoot a ton of my vlog stuff just on my phone, but I do remember being so wildly attached to the Canon T3i.
Where do you get your ideas for DIYs? And a lot of the time I just get ideas from stuff that I'll see around on the street or in stores, and I think to myself, well, I'm not gonna pay $40 for that because I can probably make that for like $5. Or a lot of times I'll see something on Pinterest that I like and it doesn't have a tutorial to go along with it, so if I see that it was probably like a DIY, like a homemade type of craft, I just kind of figure it out on my own to see if I can recreate it for you guys.
Pinterest girly then, Pinterest girly now. Wow. I feel like I started YouTube at such an interesting time when there was such a lack of information on the internet. Like now you can find a niche for anything, no matter how crazy specific your interest is. But I feel like because I got to be part of that like very early wave of showing people how to like craft, it just feels like such a special, I don't know, it just feels like something that so special that I got to be a part of. God, those eyebrows.
So next question is tips on how to start a YouTube. So the first thing is honestly just go for it. I know you're gonna be worried about what other people are gonna think, or if people are gonna make fun of you and think it's stupid for what you're doing, but if it's something that you really wanna do, honestly just go for it. And also another important thing is that you do need a pretty good camera. I'm not saying that you have to go out and buy like a super expensive like DSLR, $800 camera or anything like that, but now that everyone is kind of moving to the DSLRs or nicer like higher end cameras, a webcam video isn't really suitable anymore.
I just love that I'm referencing literal webcams. If you remember the webcam that was on like the very first like desktop Macs and we would use photo booth and make music videos, I shot my first couple of videos on the freaking webcam of my laptop stacked on a pile of textbooks as my tripod. It's just so wild to see like how times have changed, and you can shoot beautiful videos on your phone, on your literal telephone device. It is so wild. I also think there's a whole movement of people who are making their videos purposely look like they were kind of shot on a toaster, which is also a vibe. So it's so interesting to see, because I feel like we went this way, you know, like the Casey Neistats and everyone was shooting on amazing equipment, and then it went this way, and now I don't really know what it's doing, but I feel like now there's just so many options, and just like tech has gotten so much more affordable. Obviously you can scale up on that and options have gotten incredibly expensive, but I do feel like the entry point now is so much more accessible than it used to be if you wanted to make high quality videos.
And another thing is just be yourself. I know it's really hard in front of the camera to just talk and just show your personality, especially at the beginning. All my first videos are like, hey guys, like today. I can't believe that like I'm referencing an even older online version of myself in this video, referencing even earlier videos. It's so wild. It is so wild. It is definitely a learned skill to be able to chat to the camera as if it's a person. It really is. And obviously I learned a little bit more how to do it since 11 years ago, as I struggle to form a single sentence now. And the next question is, how did you get YouTube famous? And I don't know if I consider myself YouTube famous. I know I have a decent amount of subscribers, but does that give me YouTube famous status? I don't really know. But anyway, the answer is I have no idea. I think I just got lucky. I don't really know. I literally have no idea. I'm mind blown by the amount of subscribers and the love you.
So wholesome. Why is the video making me a little emotional? Damn. I also feel like past me did not give herself enough credit for the consistency and the commitment that I was really putting into YouTube at this time. Like, I was so committed to weekly uploads, and although I do think a big part of being in the right place at the right time on YouTube makes a huge impact, I do think that having a work ethic that kept me going consistently was also a big part of it, and I don't think that she's giving herself enough credit.
And the next question is, how did you get your username laurDIY? And again, I have no idea where that came from. I think I honestly don't even know. One day it just came to me and I'm like, laurDIY? Yeah, sure, sounds good. And just went with that.
First name Laura, last name DIY. Always has been, always will be.
Alright, and then the last question in like the YouTube category is, what is your favorite part of being a YouTuber? And the best part about being a YouTuber is honestly, you guys, you're so nice and so supportive of what I do, and it just keeps me like wanting to make more videos for you guys, because you guys are always like, oh, like do a DIY on this, like can I see how you do this type of deal, and it's really exciting and supportive for me. And also I love when you guys send me pictures of DIYs that I've done that you guys have also done, and it's just so cool to see people actually doing the things that I want to share with you guys.
Man, I don't know who taught me how to pronounce picture. Picture, really chewing on it. That was a very wholesome answer, and I truly feel like the answer is the same now. It was obviously the community that kept me going then, and it's still the community and you guys now that keeps me online even when you know, I'm going through it or am like, okay, maybe it's my time to find a new path or find, you know, something else. But I just love being able to connect with so many of you on so many different things, like so many different random niches. I love having that community all around the world and of people from all different backgrounds and ages and ethnicities. I think that it is something that is so truly unique that I will never be able to replace, and I would not trade the world for it.
Alright, so moving on to the miscellaneous category. I'm just going to kind of run through these pretty quick, so I hope this video isn't going to be super long. Alright, so the first question is, who's your fashion icon? And my fashion icon is definitely Mary-Kate Olsen and a little bit of Miley Cyrus. I'm not a huge fan of her herself, like with her music and stuff, but I do actually really like her style.
Not the Miley slander! Not the Miley slander! I have come to love Miley Cyrus's music, especially like her most recent, her last couple of albums have been much more my style. I was tail end of being on the grungier side here, moving into my Brandy Melville era, but I loved a flannel around the waist. That was like my everyday look with like combat boots. That was an era for me. That was an era for me now. I was trying to, you know, prep an answer for this question for now, and I really don't have one. I think what I love about YouTube and TikTok is that, like, especially TikTok, like there are so many just like fun fashion girlies. To be honest, I don't know if I have an answer. I truly don't. I think also when you're 19, or at least when I was 19, I was definitely looking to individuals that I wanted to resemble and be like and looked up to, especially style-wise. But now, like, bitch, I'm tired. I'm tired. And my back is sore and I want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable above everything else. Like, I feel like I have athleisure and I have event, and I've got nothing in between. I have like a tiny sprinkle peppering of grunge. You'll never be able to take like the vintage Harley Davidson tee away from me. I think no matter how long I live. I think comfort will just always top everything, no matter what. And so I unfortunately don't have a specific style icon to give you for the answer to this question. And the answer is comfort. That is who wins.
How old are you? And I'm 19.
19. I'm 31 now. I'm really just honestly looking forward to being an even number. I have like this weird, I feel uncomfortable at an odd number. Even though 32 is older than 31, 32 feels better. 32 feels right. 31, feel a little uneasy if I'm being honest. Please let me know if that made even an ounce of sense.
What is your major in university? And my major in university, I've gotten this so many times, is graphic communications management. So it's a pretty unique program where I actually learn a lot about the print industry. So it's kind of taking a job from the very beginning of like designing it and figuring out what you want it to look like, all the way to printing it. So we learn how to design it, we learn how to lay it out on the computer, we learn all the technical stuff of getting it ready for print, and then we actually learn how to print it. So it sounds pretty unique and it sounds pretty cool, but I'm really not into it, and I don't think I'm in the right program. But it's so hard to leave a program when you're like halfway done a degree. So it can lead to good jobs like advertising and magazines, stuff like that. So hopefully I'll end up somewhere there, and if not, I'll probably just go back to school for something more creative.
Honestly, that was probably the most optimistic answer I've ever seen or remember myself giving about my program. I'm being so nice and realistic, I guess, about what the program is that I was in. And yeah, like 2013 Lauren summed it up really well. That's exactly what the program was. It's just so crazy to think about how lost I was. Like, I genuinely was like, what the fuck am I doing in this program? I've got 2.5 more years of this. what am I gonna do? Whether it would have been like another 4 years of school or just like working a job that I fucking hated. I think that I'm hiding just how scared I am about what my life is going to be. And that bitch had no idea. Oh, hello? That bitch had no idea that I would have electric curtains and lose all my light. Please hold. Okay, we are back. She had no idea that she would have electric curtains in her own office, in her own colorful, fun, trinket-filled, very cute office. She had no idea. As cringeworthy as it can be, having such a long and large digital footprint, it is so nice and like so wholesome to look back on moments like this and just like, I don't know, appreciate how far we have come and how much has been accomplished since this exact moment in time of not knowing what was gonna happen. It's so wild. It is so wild. It makes me appreciate everything, like everything so much.
And so now sloths or hedgehogs, and honestly, I don't know.
What is this question?
I thought about it and I can't choose. I don't know. I love both of them.
This is such a random question, sloths or hedgehogs. You know what? I feel like this was the era of like, the way that capybaras are so trendy now and like mudang and pesto are so trendy. I feel like sloths and hedgehogs were like the Tumblr animals. I feel like this is from the Tumblr era hardcore. I would choose a sloth. Now personally, I've gotten to meet a sloth since this moment and she had no idea. She had no idea she was gonna meet a little sloth. Damn, bitch, you have no idea what's coming.
And the next question is, what are your plans for the future? / where do you see yourself in 15 years? I'm gonna kind of join these questions into just one. And to be honest, I don't really know where I see myself in 15 years. So I'll be, what, like 34 in 15 years? Yeah, so hopefully I'll have a family, be married, be in a career that I love. I have no idea what I want to do with my life still. Like, I know I'm halfway done my degree, but I really don't know. And who knows where my YouTube channel will take me by then, so we'll see. And who knows where my YouTube channel will take me? See, like, having that recorded and frozen in time, I'm just so grateful. Listen, I'm grateful that this video is still private so that this can be controlled chaos, but I'm so grateful that I have just a snapshot in time of what I was thinking in this moment. So 34, that'll be in 3 years. Married, check. Did that. Have a family. I've got 2 pups. Can't believe it. I grew up with 0 pups and now I've got 2 pups. Adopted our dog's dad. Had no idea that that was gonna be part of my lore. And then what was the other one? Oh, and have a job that I love. I have a job that I fucking love. Okay, so 15 years from now is 46. Oh my fuck, that is terrifying. That is so scary. Okay, so 46. Okay, so 46. Okay, we're gonna manifest this as if it's like present tense. Happy, healthy marriage, a healthy, thriving child, just one. Jeremy and I have both agreed that we would love and be so happy with just a nice little trio, plus the dogs, of course, because the dogs are gonna live forever, right? Okay, great. So dogs are thriving and still alive because they're living forever. And what else? Okay, 15 years from now. I don't know if we'll still be in this house. So I bought this house 7 years ago now, if Jeremy and I have been together for 6 years, I would have bought this house over 7 years ago. I don't know if we'll still be in it. I think that by time we are with child, we will have moved house. Ideally, because we both currently work from home, I feel like we're maxed out on workspaces because we have 2 offices, a podcast room, a DIY room, and then 1 guest bedroom. And I think with child, we would need a different setup. Not necessarily even more space, but just like a different layout, I think, is what I'm guessing. I smashed the shit out of my phone screen this morning and just like had a rough start to the day.
And I think that moments like this are so good to zoom out and just be so grateful and so appreciative of everything that I have and everything that I get to do, and what a privilege this job is, because it's my dream job. I could not imagine a better job. Okay, I'm getting emotional and sappy. Let's move along with the questions.
And the last question is, do you have any quirky interests? And to be honest, I don't really know. Like, are my interests quirky? Like, I don't know, it's a good question. But, I don't know, you guys kind of already know what I'm interested in, like DIY, crafting, decorating, stuff like that, shopping, thrifting. But that stuff's like pretty normal, I'd say. I'm pretty obsessed with stuffed animals. Does that count as a quirky interest? Stuffed animals, really cute seals, actually anything cute, not even just seals. I'm down for anything cute. Oh, BuzzFeed, maybe. BuzzFeed could definitely be a quirky interest. I'm literally obsessed with BuzzFeed. I could probably sit on that website for hours on end. And of course, Shiba Inu is my absolute favorite dog. So that was a good question. Props to the person who asked me that. I forget what the username was, but hopefully those answers are quirky enough for you.
There's just, what a random list of things. But like, I just feel like really not that much has changed at its core. Like really, truly not that much has changed. I'm thinking about how many plushies I just like have back here on this whole thing. Like there's a Jellycat. This is a plushie from like a past merch launch. We've got another Jellycat over there. There's a Target plushie over there. Some Squishmallows over there. Yeah, not much has changed. I really did consider getting a Shiba Inu though, as when I was looking at getting a dog, but I think they are much more high maintenance than a bull terrier, and because I never had a dog before, I was like, you know what, this feels like not a beginner breed, where bull terriers are very much just couch potatoes, and it has been perfect for me. I definitely had a huge Shiba phase where I was like, I will have a Shiba. Listen, maybe again in another 15 years we're gonna look back on this clip and I will have a farm of Shibas. Who knows? But wow, yeah, not much has changed. Figured out, you know, a more flattering eyeliner shape. I figured out how to use a camera a little better, and we figured out where the eyebrows start. But other than that, not much has changed. Also, the use of the word quirky. 2024 is just shaking. Oh my god. I feel like the word quirky isn't even applied to things in a non-unironic way anymore. Like the word has just been, it's just been obliterated. I'm gonna tweak the question a little bit and just answer what are my interests now versus then. And I feel like I still love shopping, I still love decorating, I still love thrifting, I love crafts and DIYs. But on top of that, I love pickleball. We play a ton of pickleball. Pickleball is my life, and I know that that's not super cool, but I simply don't care because I love it. I think over this last decade, I've also just gotten to try so many new things, you know, whether it be something like pottery or glass blowing, tattooing. I've gotten to try so many other like DIY and craft making things. It's been so much fun. It has been so much fun. Wait, actually, I want to add one more interest, which is fantasy fiction books. Didn't see that coming. Was not on my bingo card in 2013 whatsoever. I grew up being a really, really big reader, but didn't see this second wave of like huge reading interest coming in my adult life. I'm currently reading the second book in the Crescent City series, and I am loving it. But Fourth Wing and ACOTAR, both of those series, changed my brain, altered my chemistry, and it set me on a new path of having a new hobby, which is fantasy fiction reading.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned a little bit more about me. And if you guys have a Q&A video or a frequently asked question video, you can leave it as a video response and I can learn a little bit more about you guys.
Wait, I forgot about video responses. I totally forgot about that. So similar to TikTok, how you can reply to a comment with a video, I think that was like part of YouTube years and years and years ago. I don't even remember that being like phased out. It must not have been that popular. Anyways, that's the end of the Q&A. I love also how this video, I think the runtime is less than 11 minutes. And yet it's 10 minutes and 58 seconds total of this video. And I was like, I'm so sorry that this is a really long video. Meanwhile, I'm over on the vlog channel uploading 50-minute vlogs. And then the podcasts are like hour-and-a-half long episodes. It is so crazy to see how things have changed, but also stayed exactly the same. I have so many mixed emotions around all of this. I think gratitude is my number one, obviously, and I could talk your ear off for hours about how grateful I am to be in the position that I am and to do what I do and to have made videos for so many years. I could talk for hours about that, but I will spare you and just leave you with love you. Thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I appreciate you and your time and all of the time that you've spent watching any of my videos from throughout the years. I'm so excited for my next upload on the main channel. Within the next couple of weeks, I will have my friend's home makeover transformation video. My friend Eric has zero pieces of furniture in his apartment, and he gave me his credit card and full creative control and said, go. That is actually happening tomorrow. We're doing the main build and install tomorrow, and I hope to have the video up for you guys within the next couple weeks of the entire transformation process. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Crazy. So much has changed, but also nothing at all. Okay, bye guys. Love you.